Hi, everyone. This is Francis, and you're listening to the Imagine a Life. It's been a few months, and I know I haven't updated this, but I wanted to say thank you to those of you who have taken the time to listen to the episodes and for the continued support of this podcast. I have a new project coming up soon, and this podcast is going to have a huge overhaul, so watch out for that. Today's episode is a one-off episode, and I recorded this specifically for the 4th of July. So this is a reflection I have, and I just wanted to share this with you. So this is I recorded this on just my phone, so I apologize if the audio is not that good, but it has my heart written all over it, and I hope it also resonates with you. So here it is. So I'm reflecting a lot on what freedom means for me. My name, Francis, actually, when I Google it, and the translation is freedom. And I've had that inclination with me ever since I can remember. I wanted to be free. I don't want to be tied in to any constraints, to any limitations. So there's that notion of me of always wanting to be able to freely express myself. And I understand that I also put my own limitations, I put my own constraints, that I am, in a way, also a prisoner of my own belief and can sometimes be deteriorate. Yeah, it can sometimes be distracting me from really fully expressing myself of who I really am. So freedom for me, especially these times, is starting to look different. And I am reflecting on a lot of things with what's happening around the world now, not just in the States, but how the tides are turning. And it's a bit grim. It's a bit dark. And I am, as an empath, very, very heartbroken and sad whenever I see or read articles in the news and all that, because I don't want to think that I'm separate from other people who are right now suffering. I am part of an immigration. I'm an immigrant. I'm part of an immigration community. Um, I read that, the Latino community is very much affected. Second to that is the Asian American community, and I am part of that too. So freedom um, is obviously, in the literal sense of the word, is being squashed. And slowly it's being taken away to a lot of people. And what is this causing right now, especially to the immigrant community has been targeted by this madness? Um, anxiety. Anxiety shoots up. People who are very much affected are saying that they'd rather die than being shipped back or being deported back to their countries for fear of persecution, of retribution. So they'd rather die. That's what they say. And can you imagine what does it do in the nervous system, in the bodies of the people? They cannot sleep. They cannot eat. They don't even go out. They don't want to be outside. What kind of a life is that? And we have this Statue of Liberty, and it has been a symbol of freedom, of opportunity for as long as the history has it. And now it's slowly being taken away for a lot of people, being separated from families, being ripped away from the people they love. Children don't have parents whose children right now you don't know will be in limbo land. And I reflect on that, of what freedom is and how much is it worth. People are willing to fight for it. People are willing to put their lives on the line for it. And this is what it represents for me. Independence Day. Independence from what? From tyranny, from authoritarianism, from those doesn't have any regard for lives, who dehumanizes humans, and so brings out the bestiality of humanity. But here's also another thing, though, that it's easy to go into the rabbit hole of this. It's easy to just be resigned to this, of a dystopian future. It's so bleak and nothing. And it's like Orwellian future, 1984. But looking at that too, I see the silver lining, because history doesn't really repeat itself, but it teaches us. That's why there is that. That's why we have access to it, because it allows us to go back and study it. And history, over and over again, also shows how much resilience there is in the American people. They've been through a lot of shit. So I don't want to go through any rabbit holes in this one. And I don't want to stay in this bleak space and of the feeling that my body's like drowning. I don't want to stay in that place. Instead, I am holding on to um, hope. I'm holding on to this lining of hope that people, even if sometimes you don't hear it, that there are good people in the world, and that they are fighting for this too, and that we are fighting for this too, and to hold on to that, and that what we are creating, and that what we are creating is essential to getting our own freedoms back, to being free no matter what, wherever we are, in expressing ourselves. In Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, he was incarcerated. He was incarcerated. He was in the concentration camp. But even that, no one can take away the freedom that he has in himself. And he was able to, even in his moods, in his mind, in his heart, he was free. And so I don't want to lose hope, because I believe that there are people out there, and you have to look for them. You look for the helpers. You look for these people who are there, who are willing to take this on. And you can reach out to them too, and dream with them a future that is beautiful, that is life-giving, that is nurturing, that is thriving, and a complete opposite of what is going on right now. And that's when we find freedom within, freedom from all of this madness that is going on right now. And most importantly, also, so first is look for spaces, for platforms, for people who are also doing the same thing, whether it's activism, whether it's a social activism in your own way, whether it's writing, whether it's interviewing people, whether it's being in a company of people who make you feel good about yourself in your life, people who are who have optimism, who have hope for this, for what's going on, not just in the US but in the world as well. Second is to learn how to self-regulate, learn how to calm your anxious mind, learn how to um, reach out and learn. There's so many ways to do that right now. You can also reach out to if you have access to it, a therapist, a coach, a pastor, a mentor, someone whom you can just express yourself, who's just going to be there to listen to you. A very, very good friend who will not be judging you. And then third is in your own mind. What can you do? And it doesn't have to be big. It can be as simple as when you feel triggered by the news and activated, to tell yourself, okay, stop listening, watching it, or whatever that is not very good for your nervous system, that doesn't land well for your nervous system, to just set it aside and give yourself that space to breathe. Pick up a hobby. I don't know, it's just a crochet or knitting, cross stitching, embroidery, walking, exercising, because it does help it it gives off the oxytocin, the endorphins, the good hormones. It gives that off and gives you a feeling of peace. But I know for those people who don't have the capability or access to it, I know I understand the privilege that comes with it to be able to do this. But for those who are affected right now in the community, my heart goes out to you, and to just hang on and believe that there is still something good, that there are people out there who are going to do it. And you can also help empower yourself, encourage yourself, and for all of those people who never give up, who never gives up, who keeps fighting for the freedom, who believes in the freedom of humanity, and who believes in the goodness of humanity. I salute you. And I salute you, and I have high respect for you. Thank you.